Hello, lovely. I am really glad you're here. My name is Karen Creighton, and I have had the great pleasure on helping thousands of women drop weight. And I hope I can help you too. So here, I wanted to talk about a question I hear all the time. And if you're asking it, you are definitely not alone. The question is, why don't I lose weight when I've tried everything? Now, this isn't a light question. It usually comes after years and years of effort, strict diets, exercise plans, and doing what you were told would work, only to feel like your body just isn't cooperating anymore. And it's not just you. There are millions upon millions of women across the world feeling exactly the same you are, despite trying very hard and doing all the right things. The frustration is very real. And the question I hear over and over is, why isn't this working? And I can so relate. In 2007, I put on 25 kilos. And I'm not going to go into my story, but basically in 2010, I found a solution. And this is what this program is all about. So one of the first things I would like to say to you is, if you've tried lots of diets, programs, or approaches, and they haven't worked long term, this doesn't mean that you have failed. It usually means those approaches weren't designed for you, for your body at this stage of life, especially for women over 40. The body changes. What worked in our 20s and 30s often stops working, and no one really explains why. We're just told, try harder, eat less, exercise more. That's the mantra that we hear all the time. But the answer lies so much deeper than calories and kilometers or miles. The stress and survival mechanism is actually what holds us back. What I see again and again is that chronic stress quietly blocks the body's ability to release weight. And stress doesn't mean just personal stress, like work stress, relationship stress. It can be other physical stressors. It can be parasites. It can be bacteria. It can be fungal. It also can be chemical toxicity, food stress, all of which creates inflammation within your body, which creates chronic stress. I'll go into that in a minute. So it also can be, of course, lack of sleep, over exercising, or constantly restricting. Your body doesn't experience these things as lifestyle choices. It experiences them as a threat. Deep inside your brain is a very ancient part whose only job is survival. It is called the limbic brain. It doesn't know the difference between a work deadline and a real and present danger. When it senses stress, its response is so simple. Hold on. Do not let go. And it's actually not stubbornness, it's actually protection. Because let's face it, our ancestors, when they were undergoing chronic stress, they didn't have the same exposures that we do. And what if we'd have been in chronic stress, it would have been because we were going into famine, or we were already in famine. And so that's why the body holds on to weight, because the body feels under pressure, overwhelmed, inflamed, or underfueled, and it prioritizes safety. So when it's prioritizing safety, it is actually going to be prioritizing holding on to as much nutrition as it possibly can, hence weight. So the body's job then is not to make us smaller. It's to keep us alive, balanced, protected. So instead of releasing weight, it stores energy, especially around the midriff, which is where most of us will store it first, where it can be accessed quickly if needed. So if you're starving, then the body can then access that energy. And this is why trying harder will nearly always backfire. So where food comes in is food isn't just fuel. Food is information for your wonderful body. Some foods calm the system and some foods quietly irritate it. And even foods that are labeled healthy can be stressful for the wrong body at the wrong time. So what I mean by that is so-called superfoods might not be your superfood. In the course, we go into this. When the body is busy dealing with irritation or inflammation, it's not thinking about releasing weight. It's thinking about coping. It's thinking about holding on. And this is why one-size-fits-all plans so often will fail. So when someone says to me, I've tried everything, what I usually hear is, I've tried controlling food, exercising more, but not supporting my body. And these are very, very different things. Weight isn't something the body gives up just because we push harder. It responds when the body feels safe enough to release. And this is what our programs are all about. It's about farming the farm. And so there's always a reason why weight hasn't shifted. And how I look at it is, I see those of us who put on weight are lucky, because it's our body sharing with us that something isn't right. If we don't amend that, then we'll keep on putting on weight until one day we'll just go, right, I've got to find a solution. And this is where our solution has helped so many people. And we've created this school so that more people can gain the benefits of what we have learned throughout the last 1.5 decades. So consequently, I would love for you to join us. It is not a strict plan. Well, I don't believe it is. It's actually simplicity, consistency, and understanding what your own body needs now, not what you were doing 10 years ago or whenever you had that beautiful, young, vibrant body. And so I would love for you to come and join us. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a calm, supportive space where you can learn more about your body. Of course, ask questions, because I love questions. And if I don't know, I will find out. And after all, I've been teaching this for a very long time. And so before I finish, I want to remind you of something I really and truly believe in my heart. Your health is your wealth. Look after it gently, consistently, and with kindness. Bye for now.